Neurotransmitters are released from the end of an axon in response to an electrical spike called action potential. When a cell receives enough of the right kind of neurotransmitter input, a chain reaction is triggered that causes an action potential to fire, and the neuron to in turn relay messages to its own downstream synapses. Action potentials produce an electric field that spreads from the neuron and can be detected by placing electrodes nearby, allowing recording of the information represented by a neuron. Of nearly 100 billion cells called neurons. Neurons come in many complex shapes, but generally they have a dendritic arbor, a cell body called a soma, and an axon. The neurons of your brain connect to form a large network through axon-dendrite junctions called synapses. At these connection points, neurons communicate with each other using chemical signals called neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are released from the end of an axon in response to an electrical spike called an action potential. When a cell receives enough of the right kind of neurotransmitter input, a chain reaction is triggered that causes an action potential to fire, and the neuron to in turn relay messages to its own downstream synapses. Action potentials produce an electric field that spreads from the neuron and can be detected by placing electrodes nearby, allowing recording of the information represented by a neuron.
Implants from Synchron and Neuralink have similar immediate applications. They're both intended to translate The brain-machine interface could provide people with telepathic abilities and make humans symbiotic with artificial intelligence, referring to the device as a Fitbit in your skull. The products of Neuralink and Synchron differ significantly in size and installation. The Australian startup's device can be inserted into a human skull without cutting it open, thanks to a catheter that feeds the device through the jugular vein into a blood vessel in the brain. The procedure necessitates 2 separate surgeries. In contrast, Neuralink intends to develop a much smaller and more powerful device that will necessitate the removal of a portion of the individual's skull and will be performed by a robot. At its core, BCI is about extending our human capabilities or compensating for lost ones. Brain activity is recorded in both cases in order to translate neural signals into command, mind typing, or speaking through thought. Patterns in brain data and generalizing those patterns across many human brains. The main challenge for private companies today is to develop commercial products for the general public that can detect common signals across different brains, such as a brainwave pattern that means move my right arm. This does not imply that the engine should be able to do so without further fine-tuning. The rhesus monkey in Neuralink's MindPog demo went through a few minutes of calibration before the model was fine-tuned to his brain's neural activity. The direction of pioneering neurologist Dr. Jacques J. Vidal. It took researchers more than 2 decades to lay the basic technological groundwork required to move beyond animal models.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it. Write for Pollution Booklet, Box 1771, Radio City Station, New York.
Stop